Hello YouTube, Dave here again. Today I'm going to be taking a look at the Dragon Shield Spell Codex. These were sent to me by the great folks from Dragon Shield for the purposes of doing this review video, so I do want to thank them for sending this along to me. However, as is always the case, they are not pre-screening or scripting the video, and the opinions that I express are, as always, 100% completely and totally my own. Now, I've been familiar with Dragon Shield for quite a while because all of my Magic the Gathering decks, as well as some of my Pathfinder and Starfinder card sets that I would use that require to be shuffled, I actually have sleeved in Dragon Shield sleeves. So I've been buying stuff from them for the better part of a decade now. But I was completely unaware that they were actually getting into role-playing game accessories. So it was kind of cool to see that. A representative reached out to me, asked if I'd be willing to review some of these, and I'd be more than happy to help out here. So these are their spell codexes, so kind of your player accessory, keeping track of your spell cards. We do have a variety of them here. Again, with Dragon Shield, they do a lot of customized variations of their products. So we do have some different color variations, some different symbols on there, so you can sort of choose the one that you like the most, or if you want to try to apply them to kind of your traditional spellcasting classes, you could kind of look at it like this one here very much looks like a cleric. This one is very much like a druid, cleric or paladin or champion. Cleric druid and or ranger. This one kind of reminds me of like a warlock or maybe even like a sorcerer, and then we got the wizard one there, and that's just at least the way that I see it when I kind of look at them. But these are, again, really, really cool. So we're just going to set these aside. The other ones are aside. We'll take a look at all of them out of the packaging sort of towards the end of the video, but we'll just take one to sort of focus on. So let's just focus on this one here. So again, we got some really fantastic artwork on the packaging for the spell codex here. And again, I love the artwork that Dragon Shield has on their card sleeve boxes, and even with these types of accessories, just looks really, really cool. It does say that it is 5e compatible, so we'll see what that means here in a moment. And also, if you're interested in checking these out, I will include a link to the gaming accessories website or webpage for Dragon Shield, and I forget the retail price. I looked it up, but I have a really bad memory, so I'll try to make sure that I remember to screenshot it, and hopefully you're seeing the price on screen right now. Anyway, on the back, it does say this holds 160 spell cards. So it says thematic golden symbols on the front and spine, parchment color pages with a pleasantly soft folded edge. Tough dragon skin exterior ensures a durable role-playing companion through a lifetime of adventures. Ultra clear PVC and acid-free plastic pockets, and it fits your basic standard card sizes, 63 by 88 millimeters or 2.5 inches by 3.5 inches, suitable for standard size spell cards from your favorite role-playing games or collectible cards. So yeah, we also have, again, one of the things that Dragon Shield does that I actually really appreciate, with their card sleeve stuff, is they actually have some lore information on whatever's depicted on the front of the packaging. So we've got the Scar of Signoir, and yeah, just a little bit of background information. I'm not going to read it all here, but if you want to pause the video and just, again, read the backstory stuff. It's just kind of cool to see. Again, you can actually, just a little bit of world building. You want to incorporate an NPC or something like that into your games. This is just a little bit of information that you can use. So really, really cool stuff. And find the full adventure inside. Oh, okay, now I'm intrigued. So yeah, we'll take a look at the, like I said, we took a look at packaging, and I do appreciate the fact that these are just tabs. They're not glued shut like some products I've seen are. So I do like the packaging. I want to save the packaging, and when I display these on my shelf, it's probably going to be in the packaging. But yeah, really nice feel to it. So we got sort of, again, a bit of a faux leather type of feel. It's got a little bit of almost like a rubberized feel to it, which is actually kind of nice, so it shouldn't slide around on your table too much. We got the symbols there, the spell codex. Again, looks really, really cool. Dragon Shield on the back. And some nice stitching going around there as well. And then we just have our clasp, which is magnetic, so it's held by magnet, which is, again, really, really cool. It's got a little bit of a stretch to it as well, so once you have, this kind of filled with spell cards, or other cards, for example, you may even want to use this as like a game master and just fill it with monster cards. That might be an option too, if the monster cards are the size that's appropriate for this particular product. But yeah, again, really, really cool stuff. And on the inside, again, we just have our, looks like spell tracking information. So it's single-sided because it is meant to go in here, and you can probably use like a dry erase marker actually to actually sort of tick things off instead of like writing on the actual cardstock. But we got spell attack bonus, spell save DC. We've got our spells, how many spells we have of levels 1 through 9, so you can sort of keep track of that there. And then how many spell slots perhaps that you've used of the ones that are available. And then we got just active spells and miscellaneous, so if you have something like a mage armor cast on you, you might be able to just write that there so you know that that's done. So really, really cool. Like I said, just sort of slides in. Just sort of slides in right there. So again, really great stuff. Here we have the card sleeves, so that you can store your spell cards. It does have an opaque backing, but it is also double-sided. So I do have some cards with me here. So I've got some just Pathfinder 2nd edition spell cards, as well as just these 5th edition D&D ones. And so if you are using this for like Pathfinder 2nd edition, for example, you may just want to be wary of the fact that not many of the cards, but there are a number of them that will be double-sided. So just make sure that, you put them in a place where they're going to be easily accessible, so you can just pull it out and look at the back side of the card if you need to. But they do slide in really well. And yeah, we'll just kind of see if it slides out. No, they actually stay in pretty well. So yeah, that's really cool to see. And like I said, they are double-sided, so you can have all kinds of spell cards available to you if you need them, or even equipment cards also, since a lot of RPGs like D&D and Pathfinder will have like card decks that have been released that just have like basic equipment on them or magical equipment. So it'd be really cool to also use that to store those cards in there as well. And you get, like I said, you get lots and lots of real estate there for. Oh, hey, speaking of dry erase marker, it actually includes one. So yeah, again, great. That's really cool. Just a generic marker, but again, just a nice little inclusion to have there. And this is this is actually an adventure. Just a little mini adventure. Holy crow! I was not aware of what this was. So we got, this really cool looking dragon on one side. We have the stats for the dragon on the other side, which is really, really cool. It actually has up to 9th level spells, which I appreciate. And this one's not messing around because that dragon has power word kill. So it means business. But yeah, really cool. So this is actually an adventure. So we got like an ambush. Wow, okay. So this is okay. I was not aware that they were going to include a little mini adventure. So that's awesome. So again, this would be that. I guess that explains why it says 5e compatible, because the adventure is designed for 5th edition D&D. But yeah, that's really just a really cool inclusion to have there. So we'll have to take a look at each of these, not in any necessarily like lengthy detail, though I might actually do a review on the individual adventures in a separate video, because that, again, that's just a really cool inclusion. Again, I love that. I mean, black dragons are my favorite, and that thing looks absolutely just gnarly, and I love it. So that is a really cool inclusion. I'm genuinely shocked by that. And then we've got just, again, some more sleeves. And then we just have another piece that you could just write some notes on or stuff. And again, it does have the soft edges, so I'm not overly worried about getting a paper cut. And yeah, let's just sort of, again, slide that in there like so. And yeah, really, really cool. Again, you can hold all kinds of cards. The inclusion of the mini adventure is genuinely surprising, but I gotta say, I love it. I think it's just, again, a nice little bonus in there. And even if you don't use the adventure in of itself, it could be the spark to sort of get you motivated to design your own little mini adventure or scenario or encounter for a game that you are planning to run. So yeah, really, really cool stuff. Really fantastic, and feels like a really nice quality product as well. Like, it doesn't feel cheap. The material feels really nice, and yeah, I'm definitely impressed with these. So that was the gray one there. So let's take a look at some of the other ones here. And mainly what we'll be looking at is just like the adventure, the little adventure card that gets included. Because like I said, I was completely unaware that was a thing that they were going to be including. So this is our purple one, and actually this is my favorite color of purple. Like, purple's my favorite color, and this is my favorite shade of it. So that's really, really cool to see. This is, if I use these because I'm a permanent like DM, but if I do use these, then this is the one I definitely plan on using, because I do get to play on occasion. But let's just take a look inside. So the contents inside should be pretty much the same. We will have the spell tracker, and that looks really cool. That's a really cool looking dragon. So this is an arcane dragon, so a little bit different from like the black dragon that we had. Again, it's a full spellcaster, which is really cool. And then we just have the adventure stuff inside. Yeah, this is just really cool. I gotta say, I'm really impressed by this. I think these are just really great. I love that one there. That's probably my favorite, just because it's my favorite color, and I will freely admit that I am completely biased when it comes to that. So here we have the cleric one. This is the Ashen White. Oh, and it actually says Divine. I guess it gives you like the spell casting type that it recommends. So this is Arcane. Is this one Arcane as well? Oh, it just says Magical. So that could be, yeah, like Sorcerer or Warlock or something else in your game. But yeah, really, really cool. Again, everything feels really nice. The quality feels nice. Again, that's a cool dragon. I like the feathers on it there. So this is a legendary celestial dragon, which has mass heal. So this one's probably not going to be as lethal as the other ones. But yeah, these are really cool. I'm genuinely impressed. So we'll take a look at one more here. The last one that we have, this is the green one. This is the forest green for primal spells. So again, like your druids, your rangers, your nature clerics, if you were to play a cleric with the nature domain. So again, just really cool art on the back. The bear claw, or the bear print there, looks really cool. I like the sort of like the floral pattern there. Dragon shield on the back, and on the inside, again, we got all the same stuff. We got the spell tracker card. We've got the notes card at the back. We do have the the dry erase marker. So that's really, really cool. And so here we got, looks like a fairy dragon, or like a large fairy dragon, I guess. Legendary Fey Dragon, I guess, is the term that I was looking for. So, and this is just a really cool inclusion. So again, some 5th edition D&D encounter scenarios you may want to be putting in, or into your game, or using it for inspiration. You can kind of expand on it to make a full-blown adventure. But overall, again, these are really, really cool, I have to say. I'm really impressed with these, and I definitely recommend checking them out. So yeah, the website will be included in the description below. Definitely check these out, and yeah, I would highly recommend these. I think these are really solid. They feel good. Like, they feel well constructed. They don't feel like cheap. The materials all feel great on it. The magnetic clasp works really, really well. The card sleeves, like I said, it should hold the cards. I did sort of a little bit of a whipping it back and forth test to see if the cards slid out, and they didn't. So yeah, I think that that's really, really cool. The only thing that, again, I would recommend is if you are playing in Pathfinder 2nd Edition, you do have a double-sided card. Just, put them in maybe like near the front or somewhere where it's going to be a little bit easier to access, and just be able to slide the card out if you need to take a look at the back of it there. But overall, and again, like, the double-sided cards are very much the minority, so it's, there might be like 1 in 20 spells that you have might require the double-sided card. So a little bit of a minor thing, but still a really solid product. And yeah, I'm really, really impressed by these. And this purple one, I just absolutely love. But the inclusion of a little mini adventure or scenario that you can use for your 5th edition D&D game, I think is really, really cool. I don't think it'd be too hard to port it over to other role-playing games either if you want to use the ideas and the dragon included. Fantastic artwork on the packaging, just great packaging overall, and a really solid product in my opinion. So definitely check this out. Link in the description. Thank you once again to the folks over at Dragon Shield for sending this to me. I really do appreciate it, and I want to thank each and every one of you for taking time out of your day to watch this video. It really does mean the world to me, and I will see you all next time. Until then, take care.